with Andy and Ivan.
It's prize season.
Dun. Sen, we have an interview to do.
Oh, sorry.
It could be prize season later, okay? All right. He might be back. You never know with Sen. But look, we have got an interview here with Andy and Ivan, who are going to be running Super Metroid Link to the Past Combo Randomizer coming up soon. Hey guys, thanks for joining me.
Hello. Of course, pleasure to be here.
I think everyone's already pretty hyped about this run. It's probably one of the most different things we've seen in GDQ in a while. I mean, being co-op and being combo randomizer shown off. So I think that's going to be pretty fantastic. But can you tell, for the people who haven't seen this before, what is a combo randomizer for these games?
Go ahead. Me? Okay. So if a lot of people are probably familiar with the base Link to the Past or Super Metroid randomizers in general. All the items are shuffled around in Link to the Past. All the crystals and pendants are shuffled around in different dungeons. And this actually started out as a joke.
Long time ago.
Yeah, we didn't think this was even going to be possible. And our pal Total, he started doing some research and he found out that so the Super Nintendo cartridge has 256 memory banks. And Link to the Past uses banks 0 to 32, and Super Metroid uses 128 and up. So he's able to basically put them together with a bunch of unused memory. And it creates basically an 8 megabyte ROM, which do exist. I believe Tales of Fantasia and maybe a few others are 8 megabytes, but he was able to put them together. And we now have... we can find the Link to the Past items in Super Metroid and vice versa.
So it's just luck that those two games happen to be different in the way they use the memory banks to the point where they don't intersect with each other, just dumb luck.
I'm not sure. He mentioned it might have been possible if they hadn't, but it would have been a lot more work for sure.
Right. Cool. So now at this point, you've got items from one game in another game, vice versa. So you guys are going through both games. How do you get between the two games in general? Like, how do you switch from one to the other?
So there are 4 portals in each game that are always the same. They're always, connected. Like going through a Super Metroid door will always take you to somewhere in Link to the Past. There's a Criteria and house outside Link's house. There's Death Mountain and Upper Norfair. There's Misery Mire and Lower Norfair. And then there's Ice Rod Cave in the Dark World. It takes you to Meridia.
And the logic goes across all the items in both games, across both worlds. Wow, that's pretty fantastic, I'd say.
Yes.
All the warps make for some pretty interesting routing.
Cool.
It's prize season.
Done. Sen, it's not quite prize season yet. It's almost prize season. All right, guys. But you're coming from a background of Super Metroid, Ivan, and Andy, you're coming from a background of Link to the Past. So what was it like for you, Andy, to be learning Super Metroid at a high level?
They're both difficult games, but they're both very different.
Yep.
Top down there's Link to the Past, there's a bunch of movement tech, and none of that applies to Super Metroid at all. It's completely different.
You had some experience at least playing the game before, right? But not at that level.
It's just Super Metroid is a hard video game.
That's what they tell me.
Yeah.
Now, Ivan, did you find that going to Link to the Past, that was a really hard video game compared to Super Metroid?
I mean, we both ran both games. Obviously, I'm much more versed in Super Metroid and Andy Link to the Past, but we've both done runs of each other's games as well. We actually joked about this before we even got here that that Andy's going to be
I'm going to find the morph ball first and be like, all right, see you later. I'm going to Super Metroid.
Yeah, it's like,
we're bad.
Playing completely different games than we're used to.
So that could be the case. Like, you guys don't know that you're going to do Link to the Past and you're going to do Super Metroid.
Exactly.
We don't know anything.
Depends on where stuff is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But you do have some sort of strategy for how you're going to be dividing the game up if you were to do it, however you wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing that I think is really interesting about these two games, they both have pretty popular randomizers, and they're both, technically randomizable games. They have items that lock off progress, etc. But the way the items are distributed in the game seems very different. Like Link to the Past, it's pretty obvious what your required items are when you see what the crystals and pendants are, and that kind of gets locked in, and it's a very tiered kind of logic. Whereas Super Metroid, it's like, how do you know when you're in go mode? It's like there's no one item that's like, oh, you got to have that.
Yeah.
It's like, I got a charge beam, I got enough missiles, sure, I'll go for it.
Yeah, it really depends. it's a lot less item requirements than A Link to the Past is going to be. And if the situation arises, we could end up doing suitless Thorn Warfare or suitless Meridia.
Yeah.
If one of the suits is like on the pedestal, for instance, it might just be faster to do without a suit. So
Okay.
It's all about what you know how to do.
So how do you approach this as co-op? So a lot of people are familiar with playing the games individually, but like, how's your strategy in co-op?
So we, obviously the beginning is pretty straightforward for the most part.
Yeah.
There's only 2 checks you can do right off the bat in Super Metroid. Link to the Past is, all of Kakariko and whatever. So generally one of us will stay in Super Metroid, check the 2 items down there, just to cover everyone's bases. And then while someone's doing that, the other one will do the early Link to the Past stuff. And, basically by the time whoever does Super Metroid first gets to Link to the Past, they know exactly what to do for the start. And then at that point, it's just you do this, well, I'll do that. And then, figure out the best way to deal with what we found collectively.
Cool. Well, thanks very much, guys, for talking with me.
Yeah, of course.
And I wonder what season it is.
It's prize season.
Okay, fine. Go ahead. You can do it.
Oh, wait. It's actually prize season now, Feast?
Yes, it can be prize season now.
Oh, I was really unprepared for that.
You better make something up, man.
All right. You know what? That's fine. It's prize season. We got this. Beazle, it's good to be here. Andy, Ivan, always good to see you too. Always good to see Super Metroid Combo Rando. It's a crazy game. I don't understand the logic behind any of it, nor do I understand the logic behind the camera work. It's all good. So, guys, we got a ton of great prizes for you right now, available from now until the finale. I was going to talk about how close we were to meeting that bonus game of Ocarina of Time 80%, but you guys smashed it in 30 minutes. So, I mean, you don't have to. We could just talk about some cool prizes. So, to give you the long and short of it, $50 minimum donation is going to get you to the most of the stuff we're talking about right now, including an amazing original banner by our own in-house artist, LOK. If you haven't seen her work, she's the one who's done all the banners that you see on Twitter, on Facebook, on the homepage. She's the artist who's done all of this beautiful Whitebird work behind us, as well as the creator of our new cool mascot, Velocity. So, I mean, super cool of her. Those banners are one of a kind. We print them once for every event, and that's it. So $50 minimum donation to get into that. And you also get yourself into a bunch of other really cool stuff. Like from our friend Vats of Goop, we have this beautiful Metroid print with kind of a Castlevania vibe to it of, Samus looking up at Ridley, kind of like Simon looking up at Dracula on the original box art. I mean, I love it. It looks good. It's kind of got a little sparkly thing going on with the
yeah, it does.
print.
Real shiny.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. So good. From friend Patty Sant, we have a beautiful diamond Zelda painting. You're going to want to head over to GamesDoneQuick.com and check out the tracker for a picture of it. It's beautiful. It's kind of like a studded rhinestone style of art. It looks absolutely amazing. It's like a stained glass picture of a young Link in front of a window with the Triforce. I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. $30 minimum donation from now until the end of the finale. Of course, from our good friend Jay Thor, we have an amazing statue of Sheik, just posing, about to throw some needles. Looks super cool. It's wonderfully detailed. His work is always amazing. That's a $40 minimum donation from now until the end of the marathon. For making it nerdy, right above Andy over there, we have a beautiful string art piece of Navi. That thing is so cool. It's we're going to get a little close up on it. That is just 4 pieces of string and a bunch of nails. I don't understand how you do that.
That's crazy.
But it looks really cool. That's only a $25 minimum donation from now until the end of the finale. So, hey, get those donations in. From our friend Marlo Dobb, let me just grab it real quick. Oh, don't want to... Like that. We have this beautiful framed frog print of a frog from Chrono Trigger. Love the artwork on it. Love the style. It's got that kind of ye old flat style and almost like a sepia tone to it. I love it. Looks great. $20 minimum donation from now until the end of the marathon. From our friends over at the Legends of Localization team, we have a great book, Legends of Localization Volume 2, detailing Earthbound. Earthbound, crazy RPG with a crazy story of its localization. Lots of great stuff here in this book about how things came to be. And I think my favorite kind of Earthbound tidbit has always been the advertising. How they advertised it in the West as this game stinks and included scratch and sniff cards. Because it was the 90s and you could do that. that flew. You could just be like, yeah, this game stinks. Buy it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, nobody did. From our friend Eyes5, we have a beautiful little new plushie. He's been hiding behind us for most of the event. I think he's right behind Andy right now. He looks great. $15 minimum donation. Everyone loves new. Look at those soulless eyes just staring directly back at you. You know you want those eyes. You want to give them a hug. And you can for a $15 minimum donation. From our friend, the Chain Nerd, we have this beautiful little new chainmail piece. You know, it's just something fun to hang up somewhere and pretend you have a new when in fact you have some very ineffective armor. You know, maybe it could stop a really small sword or something. I don't know, but it looks great and I love it. Last but not least, we have this wonderful Shamith Shine Spark print. Guys, we have so many great prizes. This, of course, comes to us from Nicholas Manzo. It's a $25 minimum bid. It looks amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Really captures Sham's speed using the Shine Spark, which I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot in that combo, Rando.
Hopefully.
Hopefully we'll find a speed booster.
Or maybe not
Who
at all.
knows? Anyway, guys, as always, you're going to want to head over to GamesDoneQuick.com, check out the tracker. It's going to have all the information you need on upcoming prizes, on upcoming speed runs, the couple we have left in the marathon, and upcoming incentives that you can put your donations towards, like turning Chrono Trigger from an any percent run into that 100% run. I believe we're still about 200,000 off of making that happen. And I mean, we all want to see Quexel do 100%, right?
We sure do.
We sure do. But I think that's going to be it for us. Thank you very much, Fiesel, for having me here. Thank you very much, Andy and Ivan, for the interview. Yeah. And we're going to throw it back up to the front as we get ready for that bonus game that you guys donated for, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Any Percent by Torch.
Thank you, Sky. That's right. My name is Jay Hobbs, and I am joined for a very special interview by Sent and Sumi. Everyone, we have just passed the $2.1 million mark for Doctors Without Borders. That is just incredible, and that is before our final run. We still have one run left, and lots of incentives still for that run.
That's right.
For sure.
All right, now we're going to do a little bit of we're just going to do an interview here with Sent for a little bit because, you know, not many people know about the prize man himself. So we actually sent out a tweet and we had some social media questions and stuff. But Sent, I first wanted to say, as the last interviewee on the couch, did you know that nobody has tried to take a Red Bull from that fridge yet?
Yeah, you know, I've noticed.
Nobody has.
Do you want one?
Yes, I would love one.
Sure.
Thank you
Wait,
very
I
much.
want one.
All right, yeah.
Okay. This is not like an obligation or something. Just seriously, I'm surprised that nobody has tried to yet, and I'm thirsty. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Oop.
All right. So now I think we're going to go ahead and just jump over to some social media questions for Sent, right?
Sure, sounds
Yes.
good.
Now, everybody out there was super excited for this one, so we are going to rapid fire these. We're going to give you kind of a limitation here, Sent. Thinking one-word answers, yeah?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
All right. So, Sumi, you're going to be watching me for the changes, right? We're going to bounce back and forth on these.
Yes.
First one here is from @knickknacknick11, who asks, "Can my question be a prize?"
No.
Ooh, all right. We have one from Shay_TV that says, "Would you smooch a ghost?"
Maybe.
All right. We've got one from Tufakins who says, "Favorite thing to drink?"
Coke.
We have one from Brionado that says, "When do you sleep? LOL."
Yes.
What?
All right. Amaryllis Masaki asks, "Favorite cookies?"
Chocolate chip.
Fire Dude 3663 says, "If you had to choose between being a villain from Mario or a villain from Zelda, which would you choose?"
Zelda, definitely Zelda.
Ooh.
Wait, why?
Oh,
What?
the follow-up.
Triforce of Power, man. That's what it's all about.
All right.
Mario villains don't get anything.
All right. @Goliath TSA asks, "How often do you have a feeling of jealousy when you show something to the camera that somebody else is going to keep after the event?"
Never.
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 Ever.
Really?
All
Okay.
right. We have one from MyMusicIP1995MY that says, "My question is, what do you enjoy most about GDQ?"
That all the work goes to a great cause.
All right. We've got one. That's more than one word.
I'm cheating a little.
From @Elena Crimson612 asks, "Why raisins?"
Hungry.
All right. We have a tweet from Kobayashi_Des that says, "Where did your name come from?"
Warcraft 3.
Ooh, all right. The Shaded Master asks, "What is the best prize you've ever presented at a GDQ?"
Oh, no.
Arby's Glacier Lecac Tank Papercraft. Shout out to Glacier Lecac Tank.
Chrissy Chu asks, "Cake or pie?"
Cake 100% of the way.
Ah, no. Well, it depends on where you put cheesecake. Does that count as a cake or a pie?
I'm counting that as a cake.
Okay, it
It's-
is a
it's
pie,
called
but
cheesecake.
it's fine. It's fine. Okay, we got. I think it's Aprio Remil. I'm sorry, I'm mispronouncing that. But they asked favorite game.
Pass. Too hard to answer in one word.
Wait a minute. All right, fine. Alwarian says, are you and Sir Prize's friends?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We have a weird relationship on screen, but behind the scenes, we're great together.
All right, at Pistol Arrow 8797 asks, who would win in a fight between a taco and a cheese sandwich?
100% the cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
Kelso really says, you have worn the same sweater for every GDQ I've watched. It looks like it's very high quality. Where did you purchase it?
It's actually pretty nice. Funny thing, though, this is a new one, and they come from one of our great sponsors, the Yeti.
All right. We got at Red Rollins Yum asking, why are you so awesome?
I am.
Claykey Druot says, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Not much, honestly.
At Marky Mark Rawls asks, where did you meet your dragon friend?
That's a very good question, and I don't have an answer for it.
Is that what you're going to say when you just don't want to answer?
I was like, these are way more than one word at this point. Come on. We got to get back to the constraints of the...
Dreeston says, how much did it cost to ship you in that big box from the start of the marathon?
A lot.
There we go. That's a lot closer. All right. At Nerd Piggy asks, when you were a child, did you ever think you would be spending your time humiliating yourself on live camera for charity?
In some fashion.
As Kiko now says, if the prize dragon killed you with fire earlier, does that mean you're now GDQ's prize zombie?
Nope. Died several times on stream.
The Darkman78 asks, Sent, when can I look forward to your next tweet?
Soon.
Matt McBride VO says, hey, Sent, have any more reasons? Asking for a friend.
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
There are several still here. All right. Naomi M. Hogan asks, Team Ivan or Team Andy? But it's not a race.
Ivan.
Good choice.
Yeah, Super Metroid runner. Gotta respect
the power of hindsight is pretty strong.
At Akulex says, hey, Sent, do you happen to have a younger brother named Receive?
Nope.
At Louis Slovan asks, hi, Sent. Other than the wide array of fantabulous prizes available to be won by donating to fantastic charities, what's the one thing that you wish more people knew about GDQ events?
All the amazing stuff that goes on behind the scenes here.
Like?
Oh, the casual room, the board game room, the arcade we put up, and just all the wonderful stuff that goes on. The cake MSF brought in for us today was wonderful.
Seriously, why'd we give you raisins? You always will just open it and immediately start eating it on the segment.
I'm hungry.
All right, Sumi, go.
Decent Doysum. Hi, Doysum says, hi, Sent. What's the best meal that you've had this week?
Probably these raisins.
He just talked about the cake and now he's saying the best meal of raisins.
Thanks.
All right.
Schmullest1 asks, you and Prizeman look awfully similar. Have you ever met Prizeman, and is he as much the hero as he seems to be on the internet?
No.
At Hotdogcast says, do you have to go back into the crate after the convention? Also, prizes?
Yes. and yes, to answer that second question.
Midnight Vesper, one of our interview production staff here, says, is Sent the past sense of seen?
The past sense of scene?
Yeah.
No.
What about the past tense of seen?
Also no.
Okay.
At Devonator MC says, have you ever even won one of these prizes for yourself?
No. Staff are ineligible to win.
Good answer. Good
Yes.
answer.
Kano Photo asks, Sent, I mean, that's why you hired me, right? Sorry, I always got to get that in there. Kano Photo asks, and that is Angel, Sent, I have to take your headshot. Wrap this up, please.
Trying to.
All right, we have a final question from probably the best person in the universe. At Sumichu says, hi, Sent, longtime viewer, first-time tweeter. What are the prizes currently available?
Yes.
Greetings from the interview.
Did they plan that so you would read the last one? Like, is that good
I
plan?
certainly hope so. I certainly hope so.
I'm glad it worked out that way. Well, Sumi.
In more than one word, please.
Yeah, okay, great. We can use multiple words for this one. We have a bunch of absolutely amazing prizes to tell you guys about. There are a ton of them. I'm just going to go through them as fast as I can. As always, you should head over to gamesdonequick.com. You can check out the tracker. It's going to have all the information on the prizes you need, including the minimum bid required for them. All the prizes we're going to be talking now are available, of course, from now until the finale. There's only one game left, Chrono Trigger by Poexel. Looking forward to that run. But to give you the long and short of it, a $50 donation is going to get you entered in to win every prize that I'm about to talk about. So, from our friend ProPop, we have a beautiful new Perler. From our friend Mewshu, we have an amazing Chrono Trigger prehistoric print. From our friend Eyes5, we have this adorable Chrono Trigger new plushie that's been hiding behind my head this entire interview. From the Bad Dudes, we have an amazing Chronotorious CD. I love it. It looks great. From Alyssy, there's a Let's Go Pikachu amiibo modified to be wearing Ash's hat right behind me. Looks wonderful. From Vats of Goop, we have a great Metroid Castlevania cover fusion print. It's amazing. You got to go take a picture of it. From Ritz Blues, we have a wonderful Chrono Trigger chess Perler cubes. They're Perlers, they're cubes, they're great. You want them. them. From Ilias Mains, we have a beautiful Chrono Trigger watercolor. You gotta look at it. It's a great style. It's like a Japanese water block print. From Puzzle P, one of our great volunteers and stylists, we have Chrono's cat. It's an adorable little picture of Chrono's cat. You want it, I can't have it, you can have it. From Michelle and B, we have some cross-stitch Pokemon keychains. They look wonderful. From Scott Penn and N, we have some great Deltarune wood burnings. From Studio Pin, we have a beautiful Chrono Trigger End of Time print. From Marlo Dobb, we have a great frame frog print. From Ganel Juman, we have his adorable starter series featuring Generation 3's starters. From Kerbotron 2000, we have some Dangerous to Go Alone watercolors depicting Samus and Link exchanging pieces of hearts, like in the rando. From Making It Nerdy, we have a beautiful Hey, Listen string art. It's right above me. It's incredible. You gotta look at it. From Nicholas Manzo, we have an amazing Samus Spine Shark print. You gotta go to the tracker and take a picture of it. It's great. From Star Salts, we got some Super Giant charm sets based on Super Giant games. They're wonderful. From the Chain Nerd, we got a new chainmail. It's above us somewhere. You probably can't see it because it's off frame, but it doesn't matter because you can go to the tracker and get a great picture of it. From Dot Decor, one of our great friends from Japan, we have some beautiful Pokemon Let's Go Hole Punch art. It looks fantabulous, and you got to check it out in the tracker. Just like you got to check out that Raccoon Mario blanket from Loria Di Martino. You really want to see it. And of course, from Studio Pen, we have a beautiful Sacred Grove print. From Mooston, we have the World is Square CD. The CD is also square. It's thematic. Go with it. From Rich and Aaron McLaughlin, you have a Super Nintendo classic. It's classical. It's a Super Nintendo. What more can I say about it? From Zellwing, we have a Transistor game soundtrack vinyl. It's been up there the entire marathon. That's because we like Transistor, we like vinyls, and it's the only thing that fit in that cubby. From Patty Sant, we have a beautiful Zelda diamond painting. It's got like rhinestones covering it. I love it. Take a look at it in the tracker. From Games Done Quick, we have a Nintendo Switch, which appears to just be a black box from the picture. Don't worry about that. That's intentional, and it's only a $5 minimum donation, so get in $5 at the very least. From David Heroic Replicas, we have some beautiful Nintendo Wii cufflinks. They're cufflinks. They look like Wiimotes. I don't know why you'd want them, but you should want them because they're great. And finally, from LLK, we have a beautiful signed SGDQ 2019 Velocity print of the countdown screen from SGDQ. You gotta get your donations in for all of these. And keep in mind, guys, $150 donation from Mega Man Block yesterday onward to today, cumulatively, is gonna get you in a chance to win an Aurora A8 Alienware PC. They're incredible. They got like a TI. Someone's holding up a sign for me to take a breath. I'm not gonna take a breath. We're gonna do this all in one breath. All right. $150 cumulatively from Mega Man Block until the end of the marathon is going to get you entered into a chance to win an Aurora A8 PC. It's amazing. It's got like an Intel i9 9700K. It's got like a 2080 Ti in it. It's insane. You got to head over to the tracker to check out all the exact specs, but it's a computer that can at least run one copy of I don't know Minecraft. There we go. It can run at least one copy of Minecraft. No promises beyond that. And of course, $200 throughout the entire marathon is going to get you into a chance to win the beautiful Master Sword and Hylian Shield replicas from my friend Dave over at Heroic Replicas. You can see the shield right there. It's beautiful. It's a one-of-the-kind handcrafted piece. You got to get in your donations for it. And Sumi, that's all the prizes that are available right now.
Prize man, ladies and gentlemen, please.
I also do want to note that the CD is not square. It is definitely round.
Well, but the jewel case is square.
Yeah, but you said the CD was was square.
You know,
the world is square. The CD is round. The case is square.
I'm embellishing a little, Sumi. You got to cut me a little slack.
All right. So while you can donate to win those awesome prizes, you can also donate for some extra incentives that still have not been met yet, such as the Chrono Trigger 100% upgrade. And that upgrade will happen not at the start of the run, but somewhat, further in the run, maybe like an hour or two. We'll definitely get a queue out there for you. But you can also donate to name basically all the characters, as well as the Death Peak Hug. And if you meet the 100% incentive, there might be a couple of extra little bonus incentives that we can throw your way as well.
There's like 100 characters in this game to donate for, so find the one that's got like the least amount to it, and you could probably claim that name.
There are definitely a lot of characters to name, and it's worth noting that Magus does not get named until much later in the run. If you're looking for a late one to go for.
There you go.
Not only that, but like J-Hobbs had said earlier, we are at a record pace for donations past any GDQ ever. So thank you again for all of your support.
That deserves applause.
At this year's AGDQ, we raised $2.20 million. And with the sub revenue, we raised $2.42 million. Right now, we're at 2,116,200, 300, 400, 500.
600, 700.
We could just sit here and count for a while, Sumi.
Prize Man's done his job, so the number is going up. So I'm just going to say we're at $2.1 million. So if we get those donations in, we break records, that would be awesome.
All right, and without further ado, I think as we're getting set up for Chrono Trigger, I want to let's go ahead and see. Maybe we can get to $2.5 million this year. Everybody, can we start a 2.5 chant, and we'll just cut back to the host from that. So on 3, 1, 2, 3. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. You got to just do the throw. We're not going to stop.
The excitement here is real, and we are going to strive for 2.5. Also, too, we are